Hello, my name is Simon Goose and I'm here to show you Yamaha's new EAD system. EAD stands for Electronic Acoustic Drums, and it's something totally new, totally different for acoustic drums. Best thing is, let me show you what it can do. Now, as you can see, we haven't got any microphones around us. Everything is coming through this EAD system, and everything you are hearing is coming down these two red cables here. There is nothing else involved. So how does this work? Well, it's actually very, very simple. There's two different parts. There's the EAD module, which I've got over to my left, and the other part is the EAD sensor, which goes on the bass drum facing me. And the EAD sensor has got an array of microphones inside, which picks up the whole kit. So rather than microphones on the outside looking in, we've got a sensor array in the middle looking out. And it's an old studio trick from a long time ago where they would occasionally mount a single microphone just over the bass drum to pick up the whole kit. Works on exactly the same principle. So the sound from the kit is picked up by the sensor, sent to the EAD module over here, and I can store 200 settings of my own. And 200 settings involves all my effects, my triggers, my samples, anything else I want. So I can have 200 completely unique acoustic drum sounds. How does it all work? Well, this is a culmination of Yamaha's years and years of DSP, which is digital signal processing, and adding that to studio effects and to samples and to triggering and all that sort of thing, and they've rolled it into one box just for us drummers. Because the EAD sensor is mounted in the center of the kit, it's perfect for recording it. So you can do this in three different ways. One of them is just you can hit record on the module and you can play, and you can record up to 90 seconds of you practicing a fill or you practicing a groove, so you can listen back and see how it sounds. You can also put in a USB pen drive into the back of the module, and then you can record up to 30 minutes at a time. So you could record a whole drum lesson, you could record you practicing with your band in a rehearsal studio or anything else like that. And then the third way, and this is really quite clever, is you can connect the EAD to your computer and you can record the sound of your acoustic drum kit directly into your computer just by adding a single USB cable. So if you want to record drum tracks at home, you can do so really, really simply. Back to the module, you can also expand it by adding on triggers. I've got a 2-zone snare trigger on this at the moment, so I can hit the head or the rim and I can get two different sounds. And I can also put triggers onto the toms if I want to. And these are triggering any of the 757 drum sounds inside the EAD, or I can add 100 sounds of my own. So you can expand this in any way you want. If you want to go down a more hybrid route, you can add pads onto it as well, so you can have a mixture of pads and triggers and do with it whatever you want. So to coincide with the release of EAD, Yamaha have released an app called Record and Share. This is very useful. Firstly, I can open up any track on my phone. The app analyzes the piece of music and puts a click along to it, which is great from a playing point of view, because it means if there's been something which I haven't been able to quite get before, now I've got a reference of timing which I can play along to. But what I can also do, if I just rotate to the phone, I get a few more controls. And I can speed up the track or I can slow down the track. I can set up loop points, so I can put a loop point at the start and the end of the section. Then we can take it one step further, and I can actually use the camera on my device to start filming videos. Because it's connected to the EAD, I have the audio from the EAD, the video from my device, and I can mix them together and I can record drum tracks and drum videos incredibly easily. Okay, so who is the EAD for? Well, basically every single drummer who is out there could use EAD. Whether it's for home practicing and teaching, if you want to record your lessons, if you want to make your kit sound fantastic at home, you can do it with EAD. If you want to make YouTube videos incredibly easily, this is the simplest way of doing it. If you are playing live or in the studio, you can use this as an effects bus or an effects pedal for drummers. You can have your kit mic'd in the normal way on stage, and then you can have this as well and give the sound person 2 cables, and that can be even more interesting sounds which the audience can hear. And then lastly, if you want to record drum tracks at home, this is the simplest way of doing it. Mount the sensor onto your bass drum, connect the module to your computer with the USB cable, and then you can record drum tracks at home incredibly simply. Thank you very much for watching. That is the new Yamaha EAD system. For more information, check the details below.